Hi guys, Monica Breckenridge here with Pink Realty and Pink Real Estate. Our goal is to help as many homeowners avoid foreclosure in Colorado Springs, and we've helped over 250 families since 2007. Today I'm going to talk about what is the difference for you as far as short sale goes and a foreclosure. Many people think that they can just walk away from their home and not have any consequences, but there are consequences, and I'm going to go over each of those, and you'll see that a short sale is usually a better option for you. So the first issue is whether you have a security clearance. Let's say you're working for the government and you have a security clearance. With a foreclosure, some employers will require you to have a credit in good standing or credit that you're not walking away from, your debt that you're walking away from. A lot of them will not allow foreclosure. But with a short sale, they see that as you trying to help your situation and you're not walking away from your debt. So usually if you have a security clearance, it doesn't usually challenge a security clearance if you do a short sale. But if you just walk away from your debt, then that usually does challenge that, and you may lose your job if you are having a foreclosure and you have a security clearance. Current employment and future employment could be an issue. Um, if you have a job where they constantly run your credits and you have to have your credit in good standing, then you're going to want to do a short sale. Because if you show your employer that you're doing something to avoid foreclosure, they see that as favorable versus just walking away. I used to work at a position where they ran my credits at least every 6 months, and I worked for the local police department here. And they will not let you work there if you have outstanding debts that you're not paying on, or if you're going to lose your house to foreclosure. You have to avoid foreclosure, try to do everything you can to avoid foreclosure because it could challenge that and they may want to terminate your position. And if you're trying to look for a new job and they run your credit, it's not going to look favorable if you just let your house go and avoid and just let it foreclose. It always looks better to avoid foreclosure by doing a short sale. Um, Deficiency judgment. This is the amount left unpaid by your bank. This is the amount that the bank could ask you to repay on your mortgage. And this is the amount that is the difference between what is owed and what you sell your house for. With a foreclosure, you won't know what your deficiency is going to be because the bank is going to put up bid figures on your house. And you're not going to know until 2 days before the auction what the bid figure amount is. They could start the auction extremely low, or they can start the auction at zero deficiency. So whatever the amount that they start the auction off at, that is the amount of your deficiency. So that they can ask you, even after a foreclosure, they can ask you to repay the loss back to the bank, especially in Colorado. We are a deficiency state in Colorado. There are some states that are non-deficiency states. As far as a short sale goes, most of our short sales, they waive the deficiency. So they waive that and they do a settlement in full is what they call it. They're going to settle your account in full. It's going to show it as it's paid for less than full amounts and you don't have to repay any of that loss. And about 95% of our homeowners, we get that deficiency waived. Um, with getting a future loan, let's say you want to get another loan in the future. Well, if you foreclose, you're not going to be able to buy a house for 7 years. And that goes for bankruptcy also. If you let your house go through bankruptcy and you let it foreclose, you're going to have to wait 7 years to buy another house again. Versus a short sale, you can buy a house within 2 years or 3 years, depending on how you keep your credit after the short sale. And you want to start working on your credit immediately, even while you're doing a short sale, because a lot of homeowners have a lot of debt, a lot of collections, and a lot of you guys don't even know how much debt you have. And you think that it's not even, that you don't even aren't responsible, but if you just run your credit report, you will see that there's a lot of things on your credit that need to be taken care of. So I always recommend do the best you can to fix those credit issues in advance, because if you want to buy a house again, those credit issues will have to be fixed. So always working with a lender or a credit counselor to help you get that fixed to help you buy a house again in 2 years. You can literally buy a house within 2 years after a short sale versus 7. So that's much, much better. Um, as far as getting another loan, also, there is this box that you have to check, and it's called, there's this question that says, have you had your property foreclosed upon or given title or deed in lieu of within the last 7 years? So if you do a deed in lieu, which is you deed your house back to your bank, that is considered a foreclosure as far as getting another loan again in the future. They will not consider that as favorable because if you're the lender seeking somebody to do a loan with and your person that you're going to give the loan to just decided to give the house back, they consider that unfavorable. They rather have you do a short sale rather than let it foreclose or just giving the house back. So that is something that you have to disclose to the bank when you do another mortgage application, is whether you had a foreclosure or a deed in lieu. There is no disclosure for a short sale. And it does not show up on your credit as a short sale either. How it shows up on your credit is it's going to say that the debt was settled in full or paid less than the full amount. It doesn't say short sale at all. If your house forecloses, it will say foreclosure on your credit, or if you let it go through bankruptcy, it's going to say bankruptcy and a foreclosure. So a short sale is not going to show up. It's just going to say your debt was settled or paid less than full. It depends on how your bank reports it, is how it's going to show up. As far as the amount of points that you lose, you could lose up to 250 points to 300 points by letting your house foreclose. With the short sale, it only affects your credit 50 points. Now, all your late payments, even your mortgage, your car, credit card bills, medical bills, anytime you're late on your payments, that is going to affect your credit. But the actual short sale itself will only impact your credit 50 points. For your credit history, a foreclosure will remain on your credit for 10 years. And a short sale is not going to be reported on your credit. So you can immediately start working on your credit and building up your credit immediately after a short sale. So as you can see in almost every scenario that I've listed here, a short sale is going to be better for you in the long run. So I always recommend doing a short sale. We would love to help you avoid foreclosure through a short sale. Just give us a call at 719-471-PINK. That's 471-7465. Have a good day.